Today marks 1 week since federal immigration officers shot and killed Alex Pretti in Minneapolis. Pretti, a U.S. citizen and a nurse, was recording an immigration operation when he was shot by Border Patrol. The Trump administration has faced growing criticism, even from Republicans, for his killing, along with the shooting death of Renee Good a few weeks earlier. Both had ties to Colorado. Alex Pretti's parents live here, and this week, community members held a vigil in Arvada earlier this week. Across the country and right here in Colorado, we have seen several days of protests, walkouts, boycotts, all of that in response to the immigration action in Minnesota. That also includes memorials to Alex Pretti. 9 News reporter Ria Jha joins us live at the Capitol tonight, tracking just some of the demonstrations we've seen this weekend, Ria.
Yeah, there's a protest supposed to be starting here at 6, but there is a small group already here starting with signs and chants. But even earlier today, there were cyclists here at the Capitol. They said that they wanted to ride in solidarity for one of their own, Alex Pretti, who is a cyclist.
Did I get you guys with stickers yet?
Even before the wheels start turning.
Would you guys like some stickers over here?
In this community, Judy Toms,
There you go, you're welcome.
knows that showing up starts with showing support.
So I was able to get a company out here in Colorado to rush print some stickers. So we've got some that are Alex Pretti's face.
Alex Pretti is the man who was shot and killed by a federal ICE agent in Minneapolis last weekend.
When Alex was shot and it came out that he was not only a member of the bicycling community, but a member of the medical community, I think both of those groups really saw themselves. He was one of us.
So today, Judy and cyclists from across Denver pushed off from City Park to ride for one of their own, to make a statement that Alex Pretti should still be riding today.
To just come out and say enough is enough, that kind of thing thought was completely an impossibility in our country, that our own government would be shooting people in our streets who were trying to stand up for the rights of others. And we got super lucky here today. Not every city is going to have as nice a weather as we have.
Solidarity rides like this took place in cities across Colorado and around the country, making sure Alex Pretti's name keeps moving long after the ride ends.
You know, taking advantage of the fact that it's still relatively safe for us to do this, because I think it's predictable that the same kinds of things happening in other cities across the U.S. will eventually happen in Denver if we don't stand up and stop it now.
Again, those solidarity rides happened across Colorado, Fort Collins, Boulder, Golden, even way out west in Grand Junction, Basalt, Gunnison, to the south in Durango, Salida, Colorado Springs. So far, all those protests have been peaceful for what we know, but we will continue tracking those over the weekend. Reporting live at the Capitol, Ria Jha, 9 News.
All right, Ria, thank you. And cyclists in Minnesota also gathered for a similar ride in Minneapolis, even though it was sub-freezing temperatures today. During their 10-mile ride, the cyclists stopped by several memorials set up in the city to honor both Pretti and Renee Good. Two major court rulings came out of Minnesota today. First, a federal judge ruled that the Trump administration's immigration enforcement surge can continue in Minnesota. Both the states and the Twin Cities have sued federal officials, calling this federal invasion, is what they're calling it, that it violated the Constitution. In that ruling, the judge wrote that the plaintiffs made a strong argument that this has had a profound impact on the state, but she also wrote that the harms of the operation must be balanced with the harms an injunction would pose to federal immigration enforcement. In a statement, the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, said while he was disappointed in the ruling, the city will continue to pursue that lawsuit. The second ruling today, a federal judge has ordered the release of 5-year-old Liam Canejos Ramos and his father from a detention center in Texas. The order states those two must be released by Tuesday as their immigration case proceeds through the courts. Liam and his dad have been detained for more than a week now. They were taken by immigration agents from their suburban Minneapolis driveway. The preschoolers' detention has fueled this outrage over the immigration crackdown in Minnesota. Family members and school administrators accused ICE of using Liam as a bait to capture his parents. Immigration officials say his mother was steps away but didn't take her son. We will continue to follow these developing stories out of Minnesota. Back here at home, let's take a quick look outside on a Saturday afternoon over Lookout Mountain in Golden. Going to stay pretty sunny and mild this weekend. We do have some chances for mountain snow. Corey Reppenhagen joins us in studio tonight. It was a really lovely Saturday on the Front Range.
It really was beautiful. A little bit of wind across the area, but really the temperatures and just the look of the sky, it was just beautiful today. Lots of blue skies, and it's still there just as the sun's about to head down. Our official high temperature here in Denver, 56. It's down to 50 at DIA. It's still 56 at the 9 News studios here in downtown. You know, some winters we just have to let the East Coast have their fun. Out in the Carolinas, they're getting hit by a big winter storm. 6 inches of snow likely in the Outer Banks, about a foot inland and about 1.5 feet up in the Blue Ridge Mountains. We've got a little bit of snow in the high plains, but here in Colorado, we are clear of mostly all clouds. It's going to be a nice clear day as we get into tomorrow. Temperatures won't be quite as cold as they've been the last few mornings. 28 degrees here in Denver and a positive number out there in Gunnison for you. And here's the high temperatures tomorrow. Looks like we're going to hit 60. It's been a while since we've hit 60 across the Front Range, but we've had a bunch of these this winter, and we'll have another one tomorrow. The temperatures all across the state relatively mild. So when you look at your next 3 days, you have that warm Sunday. Monday will be pretty nice too before a cold front comes in, and that'll change things up a little bit Tuesday. We've got some scattered to isolated showers. That includes rain and snow, so I'll talk about that coming up in just a few minutes. Corey,
thank you. A California youth hockey team is on their way to the semifinals just 2 days after a deadly crash on I-70. The SC Flyers were just miles away from their tournament in Littleton when State Patrol says a CDOT plow crossed over the median, hitting the team's shuttle. Today, the team returned to the ice rink where a community was there ready to lift them up. Our Evan Krugel was there too.
So much of sports is about us versus them. Black against white, home and away. But inside the Edge Ice Arena, the competition Saturday was overshadowed by community.
Let's go Flyers! Let's go!
Those are boys from a Colorado youth team, chanting the name of a California girls team, still competing in this tournament despite what happened Thursday.
One person killed. We know at least 8 others were injured after a crash on I-70 earlier today.
One parent was killed and 3 players were injured. But in the midst of grief, the team made a decision to play.
Win or lose, I'm happy for these girls.
Todd Stelnick's team won 2 games Friday and lost Saturday's game. But suddenly, the score didn't matter. The opposing Colorado 14ers team brought them flowers before other teams formed a tunnel to the locker room.
It was a special thing that teams are putting their sticks up, forming a pathway when we're coming on and off the ice as a spirit of the cause of what happened. It feels like we have, you know, thousands of fans out there, millions of fans out there chanting our name.
Support that has extended nationwide, with sticks lining front porches across the country.
If you're out there, put a stick in front of your door.
Todd says the support has not gone unnoticed.
Everybody's watching. The girls are watching. The girls love it. It's nice to see.
Sports have a way of bringing people together as Colorado cheers for a team that isn't theirs, but suddenly feels like it is.
Let's go Flyers! Let's go!
I'm proud of the girls. I mean, what they're doing is so hard to do. What they're fighting for their teammates, it is unbelievable to watch. Win or lose, no matter what, the Flyers will be there, and we're there ready to play.
Let's go Flyers! Let's go!
Despite the loss, the Flyers still have a chance to advance, with a few more games still set to be played here at the Edge Ice Arena. In Littleton, Evan Krugel, 9 News.